Hello friends, this is Dr. Y.S. Joshi, Associate Professor, Department of Electronics, Lal Bahadur Shastri Mahavidyalaya Dharmabad. This video lecture, a brief overview on digital electronics, is specially prepared for second year electronics students who are going to learn microprocessor and its applications. So friends, it is very important to revise some concepts of digital electronics in short. So in this video tutorial, we will revise some concepts of digital electronics. So first of all, number systems. There are 4 number systems: decimal, binary, octal and hexadecimal. Decimal number systems consist of 0 to 9 digits with base 10. Binary number system consists of only 2 digits, that is 0 and 1, therefore its base is 2. Octal number system consists of 0 to 7 digits, therefore its base is 8. And hexadecimal number system consists of 0 to 9, 10 digits and A to F 6 alphabets. So 10 digits plus 6 alphabets, 16, total number 16, therefore its base is 16. From here, binary and hexadecimal number systems are very important for us while learning microprocessor. Therefore, we will focus on these 2 number systems. So, what is a bit or byte, or how big is a byte? So, every single digit in a binary number system, that is 0 or 1, is called as bit. Group of 4 binary bit is called as nibble, and group of 8 binary bits is called as byte. So 1 byte means 8 binary bits. Since base of binary is 2 and we are representing number in binary, therefore 2 raised to 10 bytes is equal to 1 kilobyte, 2 raised to 10 kilobyte is equal to 1 megabyte, 2 raised to 10 megabyte is equal to 1 gigabyte, and 2 raised to 10 gigabyte is equal to 1 terabyte. So this table is very important to convert one number from a number system to other number system. So here decimal number from 0 to 15 and its equivalent numbers in binary, octal and hexadecimal are given in this table, and this table is very important for interconvergence of numbers. So already I told that we will focus on these 2 number systems, binary and hexadecimal. So we know base of hexadecimal is 16 and that of binary is 2. So binary number can be converted into hexadecimal. So how to convert? If a binary integer is given to you, make a group of 4 digits of binary from right to left and replace each binary group by equivalent hex number. So that equivalent hex number can be obtained from that previous table, and here one example is given: 1101 1010. Convert this binary to hex. So now from right to left there are total 8 bits, so we can make group of 2 4 bits. So from right to left, first is 1010, another is 1101. So 1101 its equivalent hex is D, 1010 its equivalent is A. So the equivalent hex number of given binary is DA. Now how to convert reverse hexadecimal to binary? Hex number can be converted into binary by replacing each hex digit by 4 binary bits. For example, convert 5F2, this hex into binary. So replace each this hex digit by 4 bit binary. For example, 5 means 0101, F means 1111, 2 means 0010. So equivalent binary number of given hex is 10111110010. So by using this method we can convert binary to hex and hex to binary. Then moving forward, we will learn some logic gates. So before learning logic gates, what is logic? 2 types: positive logic and negative logic. In digital electronics, we consider 2 voltage levels: 0 volt and plus 5 volt. if there are two voltage levels 0 volt and plus 5 volt, then in positive logic system 0 volt represents logic 0 and plus 5 volt represents logic 1. Logic 0 is also called as logic low and logic 1 is also called as logic high. So if 0 volt represents logic 0 or logic low and plus 5 volt represents logic 1 or logic high, then that logic system is called as positive logic system. Negative logic system, it is exactly opposite to positive logic system. 0 volt represents logic 1 and plus 5 volt represents logic 0. So by using this logic system, let us move forward toward the logic gates. So here we will use positive logic system. So there are three basic gates, AND, OR and NOT. So what do you mean by AND logic? If a circuit is consist of two series switches, then when both the switches are closed, then current will flow through the circuit. This logic is converted into AND gate. So if there are two inputs A and B and one output, then AND gate can be defined as the logic gate whose output will become high when all the inputs are high, otherwise output will remain low. So here the logic symbol, logic equation and truth table for all the gates are given. The second gate is OR. So what is OR logic? OR logic is just like a circuit with parallel switches. So here one of the switch or at least one switch is closed, then current will flow through the circuit will complete. This logic is converted into OR gate. So OR gate is just like logical addition. So we can define OR gate as if at least one input is high, output will high. That logic gate is called as OR gate. And third basic gate, that is NOT gate. NOT gate is also known as inverter, which will invert your input. So in NOT gate, output is complement of input. So if logic low is given to input, you will get logic high, means 1 at the output, and vice versa. If logic 1 is given, then you will get logic 0 or low at the output. So there are three basic gates, AND, OR and NOT. Then there are two universal gates, NAND and NOR. Why these two gates are called as universal gate? Since by using NAND gate or NOR gate, we can construct any other gate like AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, etc. Therefore these two gates are called as universal gate. So what is NAND gate? NAND gate is constructed by using AND plus NOT. So if there are two inputs A and B and Q is output, then the output of NAND gate, that is Boolean equation, Q is equal to complement of A dot B, means it is complement of AND gate. So we can define this NAND gate as the logic gate whose output is low when all the inputs are high, otherwise output is high. Second universal gate is a NOR gate. NOR gate is constructed by using OR plus NOT. So the output of NOR gate is complement of OR gate. Q is equal to complement of A plus B, and we can define NOR gate as the logic gate whose output is high when all the inputs are low, otherwise output is low. So these two are the universal gate, NAND and NOR. And after that there are two special gates, exclusive OR and exclusive NOR. Exclusive OR gate is a special gate whose output will high if inputs are dissimilar or unlike. So from the truth table we can observe that when inputs are dissimilar, output is high, and when inputs are similar, output is low. So this gate is called as exclusive OR gate. XNOR is a complement of XOR. Here when inputs are similar, output is high, and when inputs are dissimilar, output is low. So there are 7 gates, 3 basic gates AND OR NOT, 2 universal gates NAND and NOR, and 2 special gates XOR and exclusive NOR gate. So after that the concepts of combinational and sequential logics. So first of all, what do you mean by combinational logic? So combinational logic means whose output is a function of present input only logic. So and or not, these are the combinational logics, and by using these gates we can construct different combinational logic circuits. It can be classified as arithmetic and logical function, data transmission and code converters. We already learned these arithmetic, data transmission and code converter combinational logic circuits. For example, arithmetic logical, under these logic circuits, adders means half adder, full adder, subtractor, subtractor, full subtractor, comparators and programmable logic devices. Data transmission, multiplexers, demultiplexers, encoders and decoders. So by using adder, half adder, we can add 2 binary bits. By using full adder, we can add 3 binary bits. Mux, many into 1, which has many inputs and single output depending upon status of control input. One of the input will be selected and connected to output, therefore it is also called as data selector. Demultiplexer, it has one input and many output depending upon status of control input. The input will be connected to one of the output. Encoders and decoders has only, it is just like mux and demux, but it do not contain any control inputs, it has only inputs and outputs. Encoder, some known information or recognizable information is converted into coded form, is called as encoder. Decoder, it is exactly opposite to encoders, where the coded information is decoded into known information, is called as decoders. Then some code converters, BCD to 7 segment, which is useful for display. So all these circuits are come under the combinational logic circuits. And the last part of this is sequential logic circuits. So sequential logic circuits are different from combinational logic circuit. It follows some specific order. In combinational circuit, the output depends only on present set of inputs, whereas sequential circuits, the present output depends upon present inputs as well as previous history of inputs. Previous history can be realized by including a memory element or some feedback. So feedback means some part of output given back to the input, which is shown in our figure. Here the combinational part, which is a part of sequential logic circuit, there is input, output, and some part of output is given back to the input, that is through feedback circuit. So this feedback circuit may be a memory element, and memory element is capable to store one bit, either 1 or 0, till it is necessary, and then the content of this memory will be replaced by new value. So these are the sequential circuits which follow some specific order. We learn different sequential logic circuits: flip-flop, registers and counters. Flip-flops are the basic building block of sequential logic circuit. It is a bistable device used to store a single bit, either 1 or 0, at its output depending upon the condition of flip-flop, set or reset. If flip-flop is set, then 1 bit is stored at the output. If it is reset, then 0 bit is stored at its output. Registers are the group of flip-flop or array of flip-flop which is used to store the bits and shifting the bits. So group of n flip-flop will store or shift n bit. Counters also made up of flip-flops. There may be 2 bit, 3 bit, 4 bit counters. The function of counter is to count the clock pulses arriving to its clock input. Counters are also used to divide the clock input at the output of counters. So these are the 3 important sequential logic circuits: flip-flop, registers and counters, which will be useful in our further study. So here in short we revise number systems, logic gates, combinational logic circuits and sequential logic circuits. Thank you.